You are listening to a pleasure podcast. For more from our sex podcast collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.
I think something is with me in yoga because it's very relaxing. So it's like a turn. I was with Monique the other day, Monique Marvez, the comedian. We're laying down flat and I'm moving around. And all of a sudden, I moved to the position of the pillow or whatever. Next thing I know, loud, huge loud fart, okay? She doesn't say anything. She doesn't even laugh.
Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
Strap on,
and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
and I'm Karen Lee Potter.
My wonderful mother.
And my wonderful son.
Doing the last episode of the year.
Woo! Well, get ready for a doozy. This is a good one. You guys should, a couple times we'll have a good laugh. At least a couple times.
You're in for a treat, folks. We're going to focus this 30-minute episode. We're experimenting with shorter episodes more frequently. Now, we're going to do this all about the questions you don't expect to hear in the bedroom. Mother, it's time to lube it up.
Oh boy, I'm excited about this show.
This segment is presented by Uberlube, our favorite silicone lubricant. Get some at uberlube.com. Use code SNEAKY for 10% off and free shipping. Mother, the question of the week is, what question did you not expect to be asked during sex?
I love that question.
Have you ever been asked a strange question during sex?
Twice. I already thought of two different instances.
What were you asked?
I anticipated this question.
Yeah.
Well, one was a time that I was in college and I was still a virgin. And I was making out with this guy after a dance. And we were in my bed. And are you following so far?
Yes.
Lights are off. I'm making out with him, and I made it very clear we're not going all the way here. I'm still a virgin.
You set the boundary.
I set the boundary in my head.
The gate is closed.
He wasn't aware of this gate.
Oh boy.
This was all in my head.
Oh, in the head.
So all of a sudden, this is around Halloween, by the way. It was a Halloween dance.
Okay.
All of a sudden,
Oh no.
I hear him crinkling something, like unwrapping something.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, oh my God, what do you think he's unwrapping?
A condom.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'm like sweating. And all of a sudden I go, what are you doing? What's going on there? And next thing you know, he takes a piece of candy, like these old banana bite candies, and pops it in his mouth.
What the fuck? In the middle of the hookup, he decided he wanted candy?
Yeah, but
Why?
at least it wasn't a condom that he was
That's
opening
also
up.
true, but what the fuck is that?
I don't know what that was. Well, I told you it was Halloween. There's probably a Halloween candy, and he decided he needed.
So what question?
He needed to lube it up.
What question you did not expect was, do you want a banana candy?
Yes.
This is a good one.
And the second, and I think I mentioned this on like last week or the week before, was when I'm in bed with this guy, younger guy. This is during my wild single days after your dad passed away. I'm in bed with him, and we're done doing our thing. And all of a sudden, I hear a door downstairs open. I go, who's that? He goes, oh, nothing. And next thing you know, he gets up and he opens the bedroom door that we were in. And it turns out it was his brother coming in. He thought that his brother would like to join us, or maybe
What
even.
the fuck?
And I don't even know if he meant join us or if he thought I was going to go be with his brother. Or, well, I didn't know what that was, but that really was a major turnoff.
Huge turnoff.
Something I wasn't expecting during sex.
Wow. There was not really a question there to be asked during sex, though.
It was a. Do you want to invite my brother in the room? Question. that was a question.
With a resounding no.
Was that resounding no? Get me out of this place ASAP.
Jesus. That would
And those are
freak
just two.
freak me out.
Those are just two things. I'm sure if I delved in, didn't you have one that you would?
What came to mind, a question I did not expect to be asked during sex, was the first time I had sex. The girl asked me, "Wait, you're not a virgin, are you?"
Oh. So
And
did you make?
this was after I came, and so I said, "Not anymore."
That's so darling.
I don't know why you. And anytime I tell you that story, you say it's darling. It's not a darling
because
situation.
of the way you say not anymore. Your eyes light up. You're a big smile on your face, like you pat yourself on the back.
Well, it was a good line.
You're no longer in
And I'm
the
also no
virginity
longer
club.
a virgin. It was both a good line and I had lost my virginity.
Tell me,
I did feel a lot of
it's not
shame, though. I
adorable.
did feel shame.
Why?
You don't want to have a girl ask you, "You're not a virgin, are you?" after immediately coming from the shittiest sex she's probably ever had. That's not a good. I mean, I was able to hold it together, but it was not a good situation. Anyway, let's turn to our Reddit users to find out what they said. By the way, if you'd like to give your response, please text us at 310-356-3920. That's where we'll send you the question of the week. And so we had to turn to Reddit because they had asked this question on Reddit, and I thought we'd share some of their responses. Should I play some?
I would love to hear.
So what question did you not expect to be asked during sex? This person says,
should I bite it?
That's a scary...
I wouldn't expect to, even if you're a girl or a guy, I would not expect that comment.
Yeah.
Bite what?
Probably the dick.
Why do you assume that?
Well, the Reddit user... Most of the people on this subreddit are men, unfortunately.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so you're gonna know. I don't even want to be using the responses because a lot of them are like big time douchebaggy.
Okay.
But we're doing what we can with what we got. Anyway, next one is,
will you pee on my leg?
What?
This was from a girlfriend I had in the 90s. I didn't expect that at all. She was super hot and from a well-off family. We were in the shower at the time, so I started to pee on her leg, and she immediately drops down and puts her face in it.
Oh.
First of all, what is why does it...
What the fuck does the well-off family have anything to do with this?
Nothing to do with it, right?
I don't know. Does he say, like, is he saying she's worth more because she was from a well-off family?
And that's golden piss over there.
Golden piss. It's his piss.
All right. Well, maybe he charges more because she's got money.
It's fucked up, right? Why is he talking about...
I don't understand why he brought that.
This is the type of Reddit shit that I'm talking about.
Well,
why are the guys talking... Why is that mentioned?
Well, it's okay. I mean,
it gets me all bothered.
He's giving descriptive elements for the story.
Yeah, but why? What, you give the income level? Come on. That's not necessary.
What about the fact that she stuck her face in it?
That was an unusual...
You're concerned about the money, but what about the fact that she went ahead and stuck her face in it?
He pisses, and then she sticks the head right in there. Yeah, that's an unusual response.
Is that sexy?
I think this guy thought it was very kinky. But
it is definitely kinky.
But it wouldn't turn me on so much. I'd be like,
this is some crazy... This is a crazy chick. I got to get the hell out of here.
This is a little unusual here.
A little unusual.
Yeah, but I don't want to, yuck anyone's yum. If you're into piss play, you're into piss play. I'm not gonna. Have you ever done piss play?
I was just about to ask you.
I've never done piss play.
I mean, I absolutely have no desire at all to have my pee. I don't even want it in the shower.
Yeah. Well, listen to this one.
What would happen if I just peed in you right now? Yes, he was in me when he asked.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
I'll play it again.
How do you pee in somebody?
He's inserted in her.
Yes.
Dick in vagina.
Dick in vagina.
P and V.
Dick in vagina.
Penis in the vag.
Yes. And you can turn...
And then pissing. He's asking if he can piss in her.
I didn't even know if that's possible. Are you able to do that usually?
I don't think it's that easy, I'll tell you that much. Because when I'm aroused, it takes like a good minute to change. It's like... It's almost like the train tracks changing. You have to shift the tracks and then go in another direction.
Yeah, I can't see that being very easy.
Very difficult. Do you have trouble? Is that trouble for you if you're aroused and you're in the sexual state? Then you have to go piss.
Don't even talk about the whole squirting thing with me.
I'm not talking about the squirting thing with you. What do you mean am I talking about?
That's what you're.
We're not alluding to squirting and shit like that. What the fuck?
What do you mean? Am I able
I'm asking if you have to piss after having sex. Does it take you a little bit of time? To change the tracks there?
No.
Immediately you're ready. You're ready to piss all the time.
We
were doing jumping jacks before, and you're like, oh god, I gotta be careful not to piss right now.
It's true.
Jesus Christ.
I always do jumping jacks before I do boxing. Oh, it's a little embarrassing because I'm doing a real good job. I'm trying to get to 60 jumping jacks in a row.
16?
60.
60?
Yeah. And by the time I'm like 30 something, it's either I'm going to pee or I'm going to make it. And I know I don't like to test myself, so sometimes
what
I
kind
stop.
of test is this? Yeah,
it's a test to see if I can make it without.
Can you make
peeing.
it to 60 without pissing yourself?
So I usually in the middle of it go, I'll be right back because I could tell there's no way I'm going to make it through there. Even if I pee before I start the jumping jacks.
Every time.
Every time it's like a.
Does he laugh at you?
I just tell him I have to go to the bathroom. I don't tell him what's going on there.
You don't think he's no?
I don't think he cares.
I think it's worse if he thinks you're trying to shit every time you do jumping jacks.
I have always. Yes.
Every time you jump in air, you have to take a shit
or fart. That'd be
fart,
worse
yeah.
too. And I have decided that whenever I have a personal trainer or whatever, they seem to end up talking about the weirdest things to me and vice versa.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could easily tell them I have to pee.
You could. I've gotten to the point of talking about. At what point in the relationship? This is a good question. At what point in the relationship do you admit to the other person that you're farting at the time, or do you just fart in front of them?
Well, you know my boyfriend.
Oh yeah, he's farting all the time in front of everyone.
He has no problem.
It's nonstop.
He has no shame about farting. I think we've done actually an episode on TikTok about farting during sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How quickly did you start farting in front of you?
Oh yeah, he has no problems with that.
How quickly in the relationship? How soon
I'm
in the
going
relationship?
within the first 3 months.
3 months. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this current person. And
You're at 3 months and you have not farted in front of her?
I ate half a kabocha squash.
Oh, there's some gas coming.
A big kabocha squash. I ate half of it.
Did
Cooked.
she eat the other half?
No, she maybe had one slice. I love kabocha squash, but I didn't expect. I ate kabocha squash and 2 sweet potatoes. A lot of starch.
A lot of gas.
I was so gassy. It was the worst fucking gas. I mean, it was full blown
it's so
pumpkin
funny,
farts.
though.
Pumpkin farts.
Pumpkin farts.
Yeah, I
Did
couldn't
it
even
smell
be in the
good?
bed with her. I was like, you don't come. And luckily, she was sick, and
Maybe she couldn't smell.
Even with the plugged up nose, she was able to smell my farts of pumpkin.
I can't take that. And a lot of times, Deez will blame it on the dog. And the dog doesn't really fart. He's only a 3-year-old puppy. You're like, oh, that was Buddy.
Older dogs fart more than younger dogs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when they get older, they fart just like an old man.
Well,
How about my parents, though? When I would be over at their place, they'd get up from wherever they were sitting and just...
what do you mean your parents? You do this shit. We go to yoga class. You're farting all the time in there.
I think something's with me in yoga because it's very relaxing. So it's like a turn. I was with Monique the other day, Monique Marvez, the comedian. We're laying down flat and I'm moving around. And all of a sudden, I moved to the position of the pillow or whatever. Next thing I know, huge loud fart. Okay. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't even laugh.
It's even worse.
I know.
The non-acknowledgement is
No
brutal.
acknowledgement. We get out and I go, by the way, I noticed you haven't said anything about that loud explosion that was there. She goes, I was trying not to think about it.
Oh.
But the next time we go to the next class, the guy next to her is farting away too. I don't know. Maybe she brings out the farts.
The whole the yoga studio is a geriatric yoga studio.
It's not
And
geriatric.
Geriatric. I feel like I'm in a senior center and I go in there.
You must like that.
Everyone is farting nonstop.
You like old women.
I do.
It's perfect for you.
Yeah, but honestly,
And
it's not ideal actually.
And don't tell me that
Farting all over the place.
Don't
piss
tell me
all over
that-
the blankets. Fucking bolsters.
no one's peeing on the blankets and bolsters.
Yes.
No. What now?
My balls and dick. Anyway, all right. Anyway,
Time out for your balls.
sometimes you need to readjust. Anyway, did you have any? What would happen if I peed in you right now?
Well,
that was the question.
Someone else in our family brought up what would happen if you're on a date and you have a hemorrhoid. Do you tell the date?
Definitely.
What do you say?
Most definitely.
Most definitely what?
Excuse me, hemorrhoid on my ass. Don't come near there. What do you mean?
No one said anything about coming near your ass. I'm just saying, do you say anything about it?
Just for fun?
Do you tell
I would tell that as a general update. Yeah, I have a hemorrhoid right now. It's a pretty funny update.
That's real sexy.
I mean, it depends if it's a third date, fifth date. By fifth date, I'm talking about hemorrhoids for sure.
Okay.
How many dates before you're talking about hemorrhoids?
I don't think I still do not. I'll hold my fart in during sex.
Really?
Yes. It's unsexy to me.
To fart during sex?
Yeah.
That's the only time you hold it in.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
No, also during boxing. I managed not to squeak any out during boxing. Yoga, not so much. Pilates, oh boy. Pilates, because
you're really
it's
farting
all about
away.
the core muscles.
Yeah.
So how do you hold the core muscles and not the anus muscle?
It's a good question.
Cam, you know how we use prebiotics and probiotics for our gut health?
Yes.
Why wouldn't we use it for our vaginal health?
It's a great question, Mother.
I found something, and it's called
Soaking Wet.
Soaking Wet are 3 strains of vaginal-specific probiotics, 2 prebiotics to ensure effectiveness of the probiotics, and vitamin D and E and zinc for vaginal wetness. Who wouldn't want that?
It's a total vulval experience.
Game changer.
So you take these supplements by mouth.
Yes.
And then it makes you wetter, slippier, sexier, and just downright sensational. If you want a more balanced pH, if you want total vaginal health and vaginal wetness, Soaking Wet, the supplement, is your answer. Soaking Wet is formulated by medical doctors at VB Health.
It's backed by science. I love it.
It's created at an FDA-registered and CGMP-certified facility.
This is really going to help women get their mojo going.
You can visit soakingwet.com and use code SNEAKY for 10% off, or click the link in the episode's description at sneakypod.com.
SNEAKY. Sneakypod.com.
And just click VB Health for Soaking Wet.
All right.
Next one. What question do you not expect to be asked during sex?
How do you last so long? Do you think of your grandma? She asked this while I was in her.
Could you imagine if someone asked you that while you're having sex?
I some of the things that people have asked me that I can't stand. Like one of those guys, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Everything he was doing.
Caring, he's considerate.
Are you okay? I swear to God, it must have been 25 okays until I finally said, I'm okay.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Nothing
But
like someone who's insecure in bed.
How about the question, how about the analysis of like, I actually like this question.
Are you okay?
No, did you not listen to the question?
How do you last so long? Do you think of your grandma?
Oh, how do you
She
last
asked
so
this
long?
while I was in her.
What did you hear?
I was still back on the...
You were in your own little world just now. Where the fuck were you?
I don't know.
What the fuck was it? You had your own question. What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. I was
And
thinking...
I went along with it. Like, that was a normal response.
I was still back to where the first question, which was, what is something that someone said to you during sex? Are you okay?
No, that is the question that we pose. What question did you not expect to be asked during sex? Too many questions going on around
All
here.
right. So anyway, this guy...
You want me to play for a third time?
No, I'm just... What do you think about? He's thinking of his grandma?
Jesus
Or she's
Christ.
questioning whether or not... Well, what do you think?
I'm playing it again. We'll try it third
Okay.
time? Third
Yes,
time's a charm.
Third time.
How do you last so long? Do you think of your grandma? She asked this while I was in her.
Okay, so was that a compliment? What was that, a shit on?
It
a
is
hit
kind
on?
of
What-
it is kind of a hit on. Like, how do you last? Or you think that she's trying to get him to come quicker?
Yes.
She's saying, "Hey, snap out of it. Stop thinking about your dead grandma over there."
Yeah. I don't know why people think it's so great to last long. I don't really get that.
I get it.
I know you get it because you're always
I'm
complaining.
constantly hoping and praying I last long. It's amazing. It's like a different mental switch that turns on when the times I'm able to last longer. I'm like, I got this. I know that. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't got it. I don't got it.
It's like the golf swing. Sometimes you hit it
Yeah, it's
right
exactly
down
right.
the fairway, and sometimes you're up in the trees.
There's got to be a way to learn. I'm getting better. I'm getting better for sure. I'm getting better anyway. Anyway,
This is a podcast where you talk to yourself. I'm getting better. I'm fine. Move on.
positive free affirmation.
So do you think about your grandparents when you're having sex?
No, maybe that's a problem.
You should start thinking about your dead grandparents.
I'm way too present. I feel every little fucking piece of body that's touching the other body.
And that gets you so aroused that you can't hold on to an erection, or you can't get an erection.
What? Neither. I'm aroused the whole time.
Okay.
There's never. I'm
So then
always
what-
aroused.
Okay, so then what difference does it make if you can't last long?
Because if you come quickly, then it's not as fun the second time.
Well, we'll get to that.
We're gonna get to that.
We're going to
Okay.
get to that.
All right. Here's another one. Are you enjoying this, by the way? Should we keep
Yeah.
going? All right. Here we
do it.
go.
If you got pregnant, would you keep it? I'm just wondering.
Just wondering.
I'm just wondering.
Well, I mean, that 100%.
If you got pregnant, would you keep it? I'm just wondering.
Just wondering.
Well, how if someone were fucking you and asked that during sex?
I would just quickly answer in any way. I
Just a quick.
little, don't worry about
I'd
it.
abort. Keep going.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Abort.
You don't think that's a question that should be discussed maybe a little bit ahead of time?
Yeah, I think it should have been, along with what STDs you might have.
Yeah, there was another question about that. You want to switch to that question?
Sure.
When was your last STD check? A valid question, but when we're at 77% completion of the act, just strange timing.
Yeah, I guess all these questions should be done prior to the act.
That would be good for. What's with the 77% to completion? How does he know?
77%, not 75, not 80, 77%.
77%.
That's great.
I wonder if he's like a ticker going down. Oh, it's like
a
loading, 77% loaded. Yeah. These are good questions to have. Maybe when would you have these questions?
Prior, obviously.
But what is prior? Your
Before we start making out or whatever.
Yeah, because you don't want to be so presumptuous either. You don't want to say like, "Hey, do you have STDs?" And the person's like, "I wasn't even gonna fucking come close to your dick."
Wait, do you remember? Oh my God, do you remember when we had the person on our show who talked about how on a first date, the guy took her to a clinic, STD clinic, to get tested before they went any further.
Yes. That's a little presumptuous.
That's presumptuous.
So at what point do you say, "Hey"?
I think you know when to do it because you've gone through this many times.
I do it a lot.
What does that mean?
I'm constantly asking these questions.
When?
I don't think it's so presumptuous. And sometimes I say, I don't mean to be presumptuous, but in the case that this were to progress into a sexual direction, would you?
It's very clinical sounding.
Yeah.
Sexual intercourse in the case.
Yes. In the case of sexual intercourse, are you infected?
Are you infected?
No, I say, no, I usually ask them, do you have a sense for your sexual, your history? Do you get tested regularly? Do you have a sense for your sexual history? Do you get tested regularly?
That's like my boyfriend saying he could tell he had a sense of how high his cholesterol is. There's not a sense. Either you have lab work or not. What do you mean a sense?
What's a better way to?
A better way to say,
tested?
Did you get tested recently, like in the last 24 hours?
Yeah. 24 hours?
Knowing you, yes.
No, I don't need 24 hours. How about this one? This is a good one.
Tell me about your career ambitions. The girl got so turned on by me telling her about my proposed career path. Shit was whack.
Shit was whack.
Can you imagine you're having sex with someone, they start asking you about your fucking career ambitions?
Yeah, well, what's that managerial position that you had over at the grocery store?
The person is so fucking bored during the sex.
No, maybe they're very turned on by powerful people.
Yeah, that is what he said.
Maybe this person's like, right hand to the president or something.
Maybe they are working HR or something like that.
What HR?
Human resources.
I know, but why HR? Why would that be some?
I don't know.
You don't know. You just figured HR sounded good. Okay.
No, it's because you talk about your career ambitions with the HR team. I don't know. All right, let's move on.
We were using coconut oil one time for the heck of it, and at one point, she stared at me dead in the eyes and said, "If you came in me right now, would it be a coconut cream pie?"
Oh, God. It's cute.
The other Redditors said, "I hope you married her." And then he said, "We've actually been married for 2 months now."
Oh.
And then someone wrote,
sweet.
"I do so love a happy ending."
Oh.
Little double
entendre. Jinx.
It's a corny little joke, the little coconut oil joke, and it ends up being a little beautiful a question that led to a beautiful marriage.
It's very sweet.
It's very sweet. Should we do one more of these?
One more.
Here we go.
She says, "Come on my elbow." I say, She says, "Do it." So I pull out and ejaculate into my own hand, then sensually massage it into her elbow. I look into her eyes to see if this is really doing it for her. It is not. I say, "I thought you said, 'Come on your elbow.' What did you actually say?" She says, "Never mind. Pass me the toilet paper. I still haven't figured it out. Let me know if anyone figures it out, please."
I think I know the problem. She wanted direct contact onto the elbow. She didn't want to go through the hand.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But why does she want direct contact?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
These occasionally thought that his sperm would help if I have a sore elbow or a sore shoulder or ankle.
What?
And he thought that if he rubbed on it or put it on, that would help.
No way.
Well, I said no way. I'm just saying that.
Is Dee's rubbing his cum into your elbows and shoulders?
No, he's not doing that because I'm not allowing that. But he thought that would somehow help.
Where is this idea? Where is this idea coming from?
The same place that this woman had an idea.
What is she doing?
She was shamed by that.
She was shamed.
Yeah.
By rubbing it in her elbows?
No, by him saying, "Is that what you wanted?" And she's like, "No, never mind."
Yeah, she got a little embarrassed by it.
She was embarrassed.
You should have done exactly what she wanted. Come
Yeah,
right
go
on the fucking elbow.
right on that elbow.
You know, I have a little. You see this little scar here?
Yeah, maybe you need
You
a little.
think I should come on my own elbow?
I think you should come on your own elbow.
Jesus. This is a clown scar. Where did that clown scar go?
All right.
Anyway,
that was
Lube It Up.
Lube It Up. Our favorite lube was Uber Lube to save the day.
And believe it or not, we're playing around with shorter episodes. So this is going to be all you get today, folks.
That's it.
That's it. We're going to go down to weekly, though. So that's a thing that we're excited about. You're going to get weekly episodes every Tuesday.
And if you have any desire to see more clips or more fun stuff from us, just head on over to TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Spotify. We're everywhere.
You can see the video with your own eyes on YouTube and Spotify now.
You can see the elbow that which Cam would like someone to come on.
And if you can, please leave a rating and review wherever you're listening to this podcast. It really helps us out. And a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters.
We love our Patreon little sneaky freaks. It's Patreon, patreon.com/Sex Talk with My Mom. Join us there, and you'll get very exclusive content that's seen nowhere else.
That's right. Thank you all. We love you very much.
We do. And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and coming on the elbowies.
Coming on the elbowies.
Come on the elbowies.
Coming on the elbowies.
That's a wrap.
Just one last thought. We're going to implement the new weekly episodes starting at the beginning of the year. So we might take the last 2 weeks in December off. If we do, we wish you a wonderful holiday ahead.
We certainly do.
And we'll see you in the new year every goddamn week.
Yes. If you have any suggestions of podcasts that you'd like to see us on, let us know in the comment section or wherever you...
We're going to do more collabs and more episodes with guests as per your request.
Right. Some funny people will be entering vicinity. We already had a couple comedians on last week, and I think you'll enjoy them.
And share this with a friend.
Please do.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.